The NCAA tournament
Yes.
is one of the few true jewels in the American sports calendar,
Was.
right? Like NFL playoffs, the Masters, the NCAA tournament. Like those, honestly, as much as I enjoy the NBA playoffs, Stanley Cup playoffs, baseball, like I enjoy all of it. The college football playoffs become very cool. But like, to me, those might be the big three. NFL
Yes.
playoffs, the Masters, NCAA tournament.
Yes.
And honestly, for my lifetime, I believe it was 64 teams. Maybe like what I know that the Maryland NC State ACC championship
That
game
was
in the
48.
70s.
Yeah. You had to win
forced
your
them to go.
you had to win your tournament, and it left Maryland out.
Right, even though they were the
Yeah.
best or second best team in the country.
Right.
It's been 64 for a long time.
Yes.
They made the move to 68
Yeah.
within the last decade.
10 years ago.
Okay.
Give or take.
And I hated that, but I've come
So did I.
But I've come to watch the play in and not be mad about it because, sometimes
Right.
you get some good games.
And that's what they're counting on here. They're making a super play-in bracket that is going to front the actual tournament on that, second Thursday or third Thursday in March, second or third, whatever it is.
Right.
So they're just going to bloat the pre-tournament, and I think it's going to be largely ignored. For the record, you said, is this official? They've not had a press conference to announce yet. It's simply sources confirm that the NCAA is set to move to 76 teams. So it's a fait accompli. It's not actually announced just yet. But it's going to happen. It's been rumored to happen for a while now. And it's just complete junk. It is AI slop. It is the new Coke of what was once a great thing, the NCAA tournament. And even though it'll be easy enough to ignore a sub-500 Baylor or Auburn that gets in as a Power 4 team that doesn't deserve to be in, it's still junky. It sucks. Nobody asked for it. That's the biggest thing. Nobody asked for it.
Well, the NCAA wants the money.
They do want the money, and they're going to make some money. Some.
My thought is kind of twofold. One byproduct of the expansion to 68 teams, and I've long railed against this until I've heard some of the 16 seed coaches talk about it, is I thought it was so unfair that you go to 68 and four of the
16s play each other.
Yeah. And I feel like those kids should get a chance to go to the tournament and play that one seed, right? But what the coaches will tell you of the 16 seeds, they love getting the national exposure. That's bigger for their brand to be the only game on in the country than to go get boat raced by UConn.
So in other words, beating another 16 on a Tuesday night is still better for them than losing by 33 to Kentucky.
Because, one, you're on television. You're in every bar across the country. Everybody's hearing of...
Doesn't hurt.
That's
right.
One. Two, the winner of that game gets a winner's check from the NCAA tournament.
Oh.
And
money.
Say that's $300K. Say it's...
Is it that much?
I don't know what it is, but it
seems like a big share for that low of a game, but you might be right.
But you're winning a game.
No, I know.
Think about the 6-11... The 6 team that loses, they don't get $1.
Yeah.
So, you're only cutting one check now to 34 teams.
Right.
And then teams get more and more, obviously. But
you're leaning into one of the main complaints about this from many people, that this is yet another move towards the orange slices and participation trophy era of big-time sports. That we don't want it to be, oh, Johnny, you did good. Have your orange slice and here's a ribbon. It should be like, hey, we don't need more than 64. We know who can actually possibly win the whole thing. We know 16 seeds are not going to go to the Final Four, but you have to balance the bracket to reward the top seeds with a nice, easy warm-up game in essence. Although, as we know, sometimes you lose that game.
I think that there needs to be a dose of reality on this conversation. You know who is absolutely pushing for this? College basketball coaches.
Oh, the coaches love it.
Because they want more ways to tell their
AD,
athletic directors
hey,
and
I made
alumni
the tournament.
base, hey, we made the tournament.
I know. Don't fire me. We made the tournament.
I mean, I always joke about the NFL being the ultimate self-preservation league. All sports.
Yeah.
When you have a job in sports, you never want to go back to selling insurance,
Right.
or working at the accounting firm.
Fixing
you want
HVACs.
to work there, no
Like
matter
Rude
how
does
long it
every
takes.
day, yes.
Right. Like, so the coaches have been pushing for this forever.
Gary Williams used to come on with me and Andy and say, "No, I'm for it. I'm for it." And it hurt me because I felt like Gary was such an old school guy that to have that stance was to me so crazy and so heretic. And I'm like, really? And he's like, yeah. But Gary understood how these glorified gym teachers who become ADs are just not, fit for the task. And so he had very dim views of ADs, and he looked at it, like you said, as a self-preservation thing. If you made the tournament, you could argue, don't fire me. But I got a spoiler alert for all the coaches that think that. They're going to fire you anyway.
Well,
they're going to fire you anyway, because if you're a big-time program that spent $25 million on your roster, and like you're Kentucky, they're not going to be happy that you were in the play-in pre-tournament of
unless you go on a
76.
run.
Well, but if you just
see, NC State went to the Final Four a couple years ago.
I know, with the big fat guy, he was awesome.
Texas got hot. Didn't Texas get to an Elite Eight out of the play-in?
VCU played all the way from the play-in game into the Final Four. It can happen. I'm just saying that. Just saying I was in the tournament, if you don't do anything in the 76, is not going to save you.
I'm going to keep my comment holstered on why Gary thought ADs were fools, but I'll just say Gary was correct, at least as,
I know,
at least
the
as it pertains
backstory
to a team that a college in College Park.
Oh, yes, I know it directly.
Sure, but the other thought here, and we've seen this in the college football playoff, and I don't know where these conference championship games go in college football, because, I mean, there are teams
they're probably going to get eliminated.
Well, I mean, there are.
I believe
teams now
Sankey has already said, "Let's get rid of
screwed?
these."
Did Georgia get screwed?
Yes,
right.
2 years ago, Georgia got utterly hosed.
Like that's going to continue to happen.
Well,
and they'll continue to expand the college football playoff. That'll get to 16 before we know it.
It's probably going to bust out of its seams, but at least it's holding for another year or two, maybe.
Adding what seems like another weekend to the tournament, did they just push deeper into April?
No,
or
it's fronting. It's
what
a
happens to
fronting
conference
thing.
championships?
Well,
the Big Ten
two
conference championship is at like 3 in the afternoon on Selection Sunday. CBS goes from that right into the bracket reveal.
They're going to play more games concurrently Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday in front of. They're going to smash them all together. Again, their line of argument is, well, we're at 68. It's only 10 more teams. It's only 4 more games. It's only this. We can slide them in here. We'll play them at the same time.
Student athletes, Abe. And the audacity of the NCAA to still try to pretend that they are the advocate of the student athlete. Like, the NCAA is still fighting their fight of nonsense. The reality is college football left the NCAA cartel. College football runs their own operation.
They run their own tournament.
The only cash cow the NCAA still has is the tournament.
Yeah.
This thing will be at 100.
I know.
Before my daughters get out of high school.
I know. Sankey, by the way, did say 7 days ago, speaking to a small group of reporters following the conclusion of 2 days of meetings at the Ritz-Carlton in Las Colinas, he said that...
That's a nice hotel, dude.
Yeah. You think these guys are going to stay at the Motel 6?
That's
no chance.
That's where the Skins usually stay in
He
Dallas.
says a 16-team format is the, quote, right next step, and he said it's the conference championships that are likely to go. That's in football.
Yeah, which is telling because the conference championships were largely a creation for television to get a big old fat paycheck, and now they must be making so much more from the playoff that they're willing to disband that paycheck for another one.